The camera pans over a small bakery window, filled with brightly colored cakes and happy families laughing inside. Outside, sitting quietly in a wheelchair, is a little girl, maybe 9 years old, her fragile hands clutching 3 wrinkled dollar bills. Her eyes glisten as she stares at a pink cake that reads, "Happy Birthday." But when the baker shakes his head and turns away, her smile fades. A voiceover says, "She didn't want a party, she just wanted to taste a piece of sweetness on her birthday." What she didn't know was that someone else's broken heart was about to change her life forever. Fade to black. The story begins on a cold, gray afternoon in a small town. Rain clouds gather above as Emma, a 9-year-old girl in a wheelchair, makes her way to the bakery on the corner of Main Street. Her wheelchair squeaks every few turns, and a tiny blanket keeps her thin legs warm. Emma's mother, Sarah, pushes the chair slowly. Her hands are rough from extra cleaning jobs she took to make ends meet after Emma's father left. The little girl clutches 3 crumpled bills in her small palm. "Mom," Emma whispers, looking up hopefully, "do you think it'll be enough this time?" Sarah forces a smile, the kind that hides tears. "We'll see, sweetheart. Maybe they'll have something small." Inside the bakery, the smell of fresh bread and frosting fills the air. Behind the counter, the baker looks down at the money, sighs, and says softly, "I'm sorry, miss, the smallest cupcake is $5. Emma's little face falls. She nods politely, even though her eyes are full of heartbreak. She looks at the birthday cakes, bright colors, candles, laughter, things she's never had. The baker hesitates but doesn't offer a discount. He's already struggling to keep the shop open. Sarah thanks him anyway and starts to wheel her daughter away. Outside, the drizzle turns into soft rain. Emma looks up at her mother and says, "It's okay, Mommy. Maybe next year." They stop under the same old street lamp near the bakery, the place Emma always says she wants her birthday picture taken. Sarah takes out her old phone and snaps a photo, whispering, "Happy birthday, my angel." That's when a man passing by notices them. He's tall, wearing a worn jacket, and holding a grocery bag. A small boy, about Emma's age, walks beside him holding his hand. His name is Liam. They stop when they hear Emma laugh softly to cover her sadness. The man, David, a single father and mechanic, looks closer and feels something tug at his heart. He's been struggling himself, recently lost his wife to illness and is raising Liam alone. But what he sees now, a mother pretending to smile for her daughter's sake, hits him harder than he expects. Liam whispers, "Dad, she doesn't have a cake." David kneels beside his son. "You noticed too, huh?" Without another thought, David turns around and walks into the bakery. Minutes later, Sarah hears someone call, "Excuse me, ma'am." She turns, and sees David walking toward her, a pink cake box in his hands, rain dripping from his hair. "Hi," he says awkwardly. It looked like someone forgot a birthday." Emma blinks, confused. "Is that, for me?" David kneels beside her, smiling gently. "I think birthdays should always have cake." My son agrees. Liam grins and waves. "Happy birthday." Sarah tries to protest. "Oh no, sir, please, you don't have to," but David shakes his head. "I insist. My wife used to say, if you can make a child smile, you've already done something right. I haven't had a reason to do that in a while." He opens the box. Inside is a small, beautiful pink cake with the words, "Happy Birthday, Emma," written in careful icing. Tears roll down Sarah's cheeks. Emma covers her mouth, trembling with joy. "But how did you know my name?" she whispers. David chuckles softly. "The baker told me." He lights a single candle with a lighter from his pocket. The flame flickers under the rain. Everyone stands quietly as Emma makes her wish. "I wish," she says softly, "to walk again one day, and to meet people who are kind." David swallows hard. The wish hits home. His late wife had been in a wheelchair too. Near the end, they all share cake under the street lamp, laughing, talking, and for a brief moment, forgetting how hard life can be. Before leaving, David hands Sarah a small card. "If you ever need your car fixed, or anything else, come by the garage down the road. No charge." Weeks pass. Sarah visits David's garage one day because her old car won't start. He fixes it without taking a penny. Soon, their friendship grows. Emma and Liam become inseparable, two kids who understand what it means to be brave. Over time, Sarah learns that David lost his wife 2 years ago, and since then, he's been trying to keep his heart open for kindness again, and one bright afternoon, Sarah brings surprising news: Emma's therapy has improved dramatically. With community donations and the mechanic's help, she now has a motorized wheelchair. And one day, in front of everyone, she takes her first shaky step. The crowd cheers. Emma looks at David and whispers,